my article, Easy Methodology to End the Constitutional Monarchy. Easy methodology to end constitutional monarchies peacefully in the West, to save and maintain democracies around the world. Why? Constitutional monarchy makes democracy cancerous. How? If you know the history of constitutional monarchies, nobles wanted more power than the monarchs. That's why they started constitutional monarchy, monarch with less power, which led to power behind the throne, or the shadow power who runs the government or a monarchy. That's why it is very important that people of Great Britain take the courage to initiate the process as depicted in my methodology, very simple, but needs the united action of the elected officials, MPs, MLAs, to end the constitutional monarchy peacefully so that whole world can enjoy people's democracy, true participatory people's democracy for peace and united celebration. Let's see again what's wrong with the constitutional monarchy. Because monarchs in constitutional monarchy have all the time as the head of the military to think about strategic military interest without any fear from the people and without accountability. Quote, in order to save the 40 million inhabitants of the United Kingdom from a bloody civil war, our colonial statesmen must acquire new lands for settling the surplus population of this country to provide new markets. The empire, as I have always said, is a bread and butter question, unquote. Cecil Rhodes, British Japanese businessman, diamond and dynamite merchant and colonialist, and the founder of the Rhodes Scholarship in order to achieve that goal. This is exactly what the constitutional monarchies are doing as statesmen, as colonial statesmen. Throughout history of the constitutional monarchs, Parliament has been closed or prorogued, elected Prime Minister assassinated, or had to step down for being not so loyal to monarchy and or NATO alliance, even for evangelical reason, like the elected members' unacceptance of the agenda and code of conducts of the Church of England headed by the Queen. Currently, or at least in recent past, Belgium had no active government for a long time, for more than a year. But NATO headquarters is operating from there in full gear of aggressive war mode, blessed by royals as commander-in-chiefs. Similar example of democratic rights violations can be found throughout monarchical alliance, including Sweden and Australia. Both world wars were fought to empower the monarchical alliance, and now they are fighting war on terror, defying rule of law and proof of conviction, avoiding open public investigation of 9/11 type massive attacks, blaming alleged virtual patsies, which can trigger real World War III anytime, aided by their covert intelligence and high-tech propaganda machineries like HLN. So it is time to end constitutional monarchies peacefully in the West, to save and maintain democracies around the world. It is really time for most Western people to enjoy life as free, democratic, proud citizens without being labeled as subjects of non-productive hereditary king or queen bound by loyalty. Notes from history. Beginning with 495 BC, city-states Athens enjoyed true participatory Greek democracy, which was destroyed by King Philip II, Dorian King Philip II of Macedonia, Alexander's father, introducing the conservative politics of royalty, loyalty for militarism. Ironically, Philip is still Vicar of Queen of England, continuing the legacy in 21st century. The Periclean age brought about an age of radical democracy. This period was more of a true democracy than other previous government. Under this form of government, the civilian masses had the supreme power in the government. During the Periclean age, Greece became the most powerful and wealthy nation in the world. This was a period of great artistic and intellectual developments in Athens, and established Athens as one of the greatest cities in the ancient world, which we want to get back throughout the world as true participatory people's democracy. Now, easy methodology for peaceful conversion. General with Canadian example. First step, rename Governor General as President and all Lieutenant Governor General as Governors. Second step, install pictures of President and Prime Minister as well as Premiers and Governors in public places. Third step, rename throne speech as presidential speech or people's speech delivered by a speaker or a distinguished, caring, non-elected, eloquent citizen selected from all aspects of life in rotation. Fourth step, call elections for all senators as convenient to eliminate partisan loyalty and guarantee public service. Fifth step, call for presidential and gubernatorial election after 1 year. Sixth step, start printing money with faces of good citizens, Canadians, who served for the nation. Seventh step, change Royal Canadian Mounted Police RCMP to Canadian Mounted Police CMP. Eighth step, review why nation, Canada, has debts, to whom, and resolve indebtedness forever. Balancing budget is only meaningful when productive government can support full employment, actively create jobs, even with redundancy, to give everyone chance to serve for overall welfare happiness. Ninth step, review why only 33 million Canadians cannot enjoy full employment, when dear tax dollars in billions are being wasted by CCs, paying idle brains around the world, and military for empowering the Queen of England and her colonizing war machines, when students around Canada have been compromising lunch and chastity for ever increasing tuition and fees. Most citizens live on coupons to support family, universal health care losing its meaning rapidly. And for the United Kingdom, rename current Queen as President, subject to subsequent election. Buckingham Palace as Presidential Palace. Rename Lord as MP or Senator, subject to election afterwards. Rename UK as Great Britain. UK, United Kingdom, is monarchical. Everyone appreciates greatness of Britain. Open honest public investigation of 7/7 London subway and bus bombing. Rest is similar to the general methodology. Rest is detail afterwards. Where there is a will, there is a way. Anyone who cleans after own mess knows that the filth is more than it appears. God helps Britons, Australians, Canadians, New Zealanders, Swedish, Belgians, Norwegians, Danes, Danish, Netherlanders to rise, wake up, to end constitutional monarchy, virtual military state, for true participatory democracy in order to sustain real peace and justice around the world, eliminating all hegemony-related wars in an otherwise peace-loving world. There is nothing ceremonial about the constitutional monarchs, who were the commander-in-chief, owning the loyalty of military and intelligence, covert and overt, as well as government, helping elect the loyal party and its leader as the prime minister throughout history. These royals don't like and don't want democracy. Unitedly, they are a colonizing military alliance which has been creating oligarchies around the world, even supporting absolute monarchs and dictators. Colonization is the ultimate racism in our world. Quote, I contend that we are the first race in the world, and that the more of the world we inhabit, the better it is for the human race. If there be a God, I think that what he would like me to do is paint as much the map of Africa British read as possible. Unquote. British businessman, Zionist, Cecil Rhodes. British-style multi-party politics is not democracy per definition, government of the people, for the people, by the people. Rather, ruling by clans like soccer, cricket, or baseball, where losers mourn until the next game. Political parties can never unite a country. They rule a divided country, relishing strategic victory obtained over the majority will. In a true participatory democracy, all candidates must be independent, campaigning on the important local, national, and international issues, determined by non-partisan elected Central Election Commission, headed by the elected president, guided by the advising committee, formed using the best talents of the country from all subjects to make life humanly better. Most all problems are direct or indirect effects of colonialism, beginning with Dorian Greek Alexander the Conqueror, inflicting divisions, fear of persecutions among peaceful nations, slavery, and triggering diasporic migrations of people to uninhabitable parts of earth, especially true in Africa. World as a whole is a complete resource base, which need to be shared and distributed equally among all citizens to achieve true democracy, human rights, and everlasting peace. God bless all citizens, especially Britons, to rise and change the constitutional monarchy to true participatory people democracy.